Today I'm taking a look at the portable welder. Okay, so it does come with a case. Got some gloves. Not super fancy, but they will work in a pinch. Comes with auto darkening welding goggle. So that's kind of neat, just like some glasses you can throw on that has a welding lens built in. Now you probably should not use this. You should use a full face shield. The rays that come off when you're welding are no joke. We got a chipping hammer. Oh, here we go. So it does come with a face shield. So we can pop the lens out of here, throw that in there, clip that together, and we will have a face shield. Oh, look at that. And they even came with some non-transitioning glass. Got instructions for the goggles. Came with a bunch of rods. So these are Golden Bridge J422s. And we got our welding instructions. So it says it's designed for 110 volts, 60 hertz. You can output 20 to 120 amps. 40% duty cycle. Can handle a 1/16 up to a 1/8 rod. And that weighs about 3.74 pounds. So definitely not bad. So here is the welder. So it is a plastic, almost kind of rubbery grip. It's definitely just a plastic. It is a hard plastic, but it does feel slightly soft. Got a good feeling trigger on there. We got our power switch. We got our rod holder, so this is just going to twist in and lock to our rod. And we have our amp adjustment. So it starts at 20, ends at about 120. We do not have a display on here, but we can see that if we are lined up to the right, we're going to be going about 100 amps. We have a couple of cables attached. One is going to be our working clamp. Nice simple teeth, decent spring on that. And we got a 3-prong plug, so you can plug that into a regular household outlet. Drop the rod in. Give that a twist. Does appear to hold that straight, so that's good. Plug onto the work table. Plug that in and turn it on. It looks like a fan light inside there, so you can see it's going. And you can hear a fan in there. That is a pretty darn quiet fan. And I'm going to go right around 80, 90 amps. So with the glove, it is a little bit tight. So it does work. That is burning that rod pretty darn quick. I'm going to try to turn up the amps a little bit just to get a little bit more of a consistent bead. Kind of unusual using an arc welder with a trigger on it. It is still skipping and that kind of thing, but it did run a little bit better. It was easier to keep that arc going. Let's go ahead and see what we got so far. So a lot of starting and stopping on this guy. This one was running a little bit more consistent. I feel like that rod was burning up super quick, so I'm going to try a different rod. So here we got a thicker rod. This one is a full 1/8. Yeah, so I turned the heat all the way up on that guy, and that was a little too much heat. But yeah, it definitely ran very well with that one. So turn that down a little bit. We go down to 100 amps. Yeah, running a heck of a lot smoother if you got some good rods. You see why the glowing is still on there. That was definitely still too hot. But there we go. Let's see, I got my first pass there at 120 and my second pass at 100 right before I finish that rod. So yeah, very capable welder. That can definitely burn some stuff up. It does take a little bit longer for that change out because you do got to unscrew that thing and screw it back in. But for anything that you might have to carry up a ladder, or you can have the entire thing sitting in your hand, that is going to be an excellent option.